So I'm simply going to search up shoes and we're going to go ahead and see which one looks the best, okay? We're going to see which one, gives us the best outlook, gives us the best, look to add in the actual design. So I'm going to go with this. This looks like something that would look pretty decent. So I'm going to simply go ahead and add this in some way that makes it look like it's in a good design platform. So you can add this, or you can even go with some other designs that look retro, but you're gonna have to make sure to go with a design that matches the background. So I'd say this one matches the background. Plus, this is a pretty popular shoe. It's a Converse shoe, so high top. So I'm gonna add it right here in the middle of a logo. And what you can do is you can actually blend in the text of your store behind it. Whatever store you run, obviously in our case, a shoe store, you can blend the text behind it. So I'm going to go into text. And once you go into text, you can choose your font of preference. So let's say I'm going to choose, let's go ahead with a little fun font. Let's go with this. We're going to add that. And once you add that, let's first of all choose the wording. So I'm going to go ahead with swag kicks. Call it swag kicks. So there we go. Now we've added swag kicks. Obviously, you're going to change the colors a bit because the colors are a bit different. I'm going to change this from blue to green, and I'm going to change this from red to yellow. There we go. Now, what you're going to do is I'm going to send this to the back, and it's in the back of the design now. So we're obviously going to want to, first of all, mess around with the actual text that we have. Okay, don't send it too much to the back because that could cause some recurring issues. But let me tell you how you're going to edit the actual text. I'm going to make it a bit bigger. We're going to keep the texture out for now because that could cause some issues for us. So I'm going to keep this here. I'm going to keep this here. Centralize it like this. And you have the text. Obviously, make sure the text's boundaries are smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and make it smaller like this. There we go. Now centralize it like that. Now, once that is done, what you can actually do is you can bring this text forward and keep that text in the back. And once you do this, what's going to happen is it's going to give you a pretty good design. But in general, I'm going to keep it in the back for now. And once we keep it in the back, I'm going to increase the size of the text. There we go. So swag kicks, as you can clearly see, and then just bring your texture in. Obviously, before bringing your texture in, make sure that your text is above the texture. We don't want the texture to look weird. So I'm going to take it to the back, and I'm going to take this to the back. There we go. So now, as you can see, the texture doesn't affect your recurring design. And then moving on, you can also add in elements of your choice to make it look a bit more decent. Like you can add in anything that's retail related or, a whole plethora of shoes if you want to go with it. And you can even add a trademark, like add this down here. So again, we're going to take this trademark. I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to add it down here. And you can add some type of trademark slogan. And I'm just going to go ahead and bring this a bit down here. There we go. And now you can simply go in text. I'm going to go with a subheading and we're going to write shoes that will beat anything. Okay. We're going to write that, make sure there's no typos. And once we're done with this, I'm going to make it a bit smaller. And once we make it a bit smaller, there we go. I'm going to add it like that. And once that is done, you're pretty much good to go.